Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial Literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial Literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial Literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial Literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial Literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial Literacy.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Iwuchukwu Blessing, and I'll be your host.
Yes, I'm Mr. Solomon, and thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome to Financial Literacy
1.0.
1.0.
Okay. You must have heard of shares and bonds and the rest of them. And of a truth, I believe you must have seen rich people talk about how they buy shares, bonds, and from companies. And you have been thinking it requires a very lot of money, but by the grace of God, we are here today to explain to us that these things doesn't require much. And we will encourage you to stay tuned, get your pen, get your paper, invite your friends, and stay tuned, and you shall learn more.
Yeah. All right. Before we even continue, I want to also say give a very big apology for the delay. We're really sorry due to technical issue we delayed a bit. But then we are here with you and we're going to bring you the very best, and so please stay tuned. Like he has said, Mr. Solomon has said, get your pen, call your friends and family, tell them
Exactly.
we have already started.
Yeah.
Also, do not forget that what we'll be teaching you here is more practical. It's not just about the theoretical things you hear on motivational speeches, buy this, do this, buy bonds, and the rest of that. No. We'll be telling you not just what to do, but how to go about doing it. And the best thing about this financial literacy class is that you'll be doing this with very little capital, things you can get and go by with. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. For now, we'll be going on a short commercial break. And once we get back, we'll be bringing to you our very special guest who will be helping us out in today's class, teaching us a whole lot of things. So please stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. Sorry for that long, amount of time, but then, like we said, this time around, we're not here to waste your time with motivational speeches and the rest of that. We are here to give you practical knowledge about how you can go about buying shares, bonds, treasury bills, and why this might sound new to you. It's something that you can actually do with very little amount of money. But Solomon, I think before we hear about investment,
Yes.
what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
When we hear investment for the first time, to us that don't really know much about that, what comes to our mind is, a huge amount of money investing into
Big
something.
men,
Big
yes.
men is for rich men.
Definitely.
Like Dangote them and all the rest of them.
Exactly.
You say it's for them. It's not for me.
It's not for the poor masses.
Yes.
Though we believe children of God are not poor. But
Yeah,
then
we're not
we
poor.
feel that time it's for the big men. But we believe by the time Mr. Obi will be joining us today. He'll be breaking down all of those things.
Alright.
You know that with very little money, you can buy share bonds, you can get treasury bills, and the rest of that. He's going to be teaching us a lot. So get your pens, get your papers, get your friends, and the rest of that. We will definitely be learning a lot today. That being said, when it comes to investment, let's even be more practical.
Okay.
What's the first amount of money that comes to your mind? The amount. Let's just say you're being nice and
Okay,
practical.
I would like to be so plain, from my own end. When I talk about investment, I'll be looking at someone must have up to ₦1 million to start investing or buying stocks or the rest of it.
I can imagine how many students have ₦1 million. And if you have ₦1 million, most times you hear investment is very risky. So if I manage to sweat and save ₦1 million
naira.
without proper knowledge of how to go about investment,
Yes.
will I be ready to just toss it off and the rest of that?
If you do it like that, when you don't even have the knowledge, that one will cause high blood pressure.
Exactly.
Because of the truth, you will certainly lose your money,
Yeah.
and that it can also lead to someone's death. So that is one of the reasons why we are here, for us to get proper understanding of these
Yes.
things, and then know how to do it the right way, that will yield a better result for us.
Yes. And something I would like to correct while we're on this show is the thought about quick money making scheme. Now, do you know that investment, buying of stocks, and the rest of that is nothing close to the
Quick money.
get rich fast and the rest of that. It's not scam, it's not phishing and the rest of that. No,
Yes.
it takes time, it takes knowledge,
time.
and that's why we're here to equip you with the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And also do know that anything you learn here is for educational purpose. We're not
Yes.
trying to advertise any brand or
brand,
anything.
yes,
So
yes.
make your own research, right? I believe most of us are students, and some of us, the purpose of why we're here is to learn, right? So make your own research, get your own convictions. Of course, most of us will be praying even before we venture into some of this things. So definitely pray and venture into it. Like we said, we're also here to learn, right?
Yes,
and with
we're
my
here to
book
learn.
and my pen. So if you're not with yours, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. So in a moment we'll have Bro Obi joining us.
Okay.
And he'll be teaching us a lot. We have a lot of questions for him. But then I believe in time you will also be getting your own questions.
Yes.
Things you want to ask. If you have those questions, you can leave them on the comment section. We're definitely going through the comment section in a matter of time to check your questions and the rest of that. If there are things you want to learn practically, like maybe in the next episode or the rest of that,
Yes.
you can leave it there. Things you want us to show, to illustrate step by step how to do it.
Yes.
Drop it there.
Yes.
In
it
the
will
next
help us to
episode,
follow the
yes,
next
we
step.
definitely know what next people are interested in doing,
Yeah.
or people want to know, and we try to make step by step video
Yeah.
about it.
Yes. When Miss Blessing said talked about investing and losing your money. I remember something. Even as children of God, we must know that foundation is very, very important. It's very, very important. So when you don't lay a strong foundation, then along the line, what you are planning to do or to achieve will not yield a good result. So today we have come by the grace of God to lay a good foundation for you to start something and starting it the right way. So as she said, she's with her pen and paper. I'm also with mine to learn things. You're here to learn. I'm also here to learn. So get your mindset and get your heart ready, and let's unveil what we have here for today.
Yeah. And they will also say something about being poor is not always about your village people, right? It starts now. It starts with getting the right information. And that's what we're trying to do now.
Yeah.
To bring to you the right information, the information you need to get started on your financial freedom. Right? So if you're having an itchy leg and you want to just swipe through and go through, you might not know. This might be your beginning, your first step towards financial freedom. So I advise you, please stay tuned. While we're trying to fix some technical issue to ensure Mr. Obi is right with us, please stay tuned, stay patient, and we will definitely not regret staying back.
Yeah.
For that, we would have to go on another commercial break.
All right.
Try to fix this technical issue, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hopefully this time around, the whole technical issue will be sorted out, and we'll have Mr. Obi on the show to teach us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Financial literacy 1.0.
Please note that this program is brought to you by the Love Chosen Campus Fellowship, Mouau chapter.
Financial
Thank you very much for staying tuned. And yes, we fixed the technical issue and we're back with you. We apologize once again for that long break.
Okay. As my co-host said, thank you very much for staying tuned. And now we want to introduce our guest speaker for today.
Yes.
And by the grace of God, we have Mr. Obi Okereke. And by the grace of God, as I said initially, is a first class graduate of agric economics and also a crypto trader, and he is also an expert in these stocks, buying and shares, and all the rest of them. So, Saobi, I believe you are live with us now. Can you hear us, sir? Okay, okay. All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much
Good evening,
for
everyone.
Okay.
Yes, thank you for having me on this wonderful program.
Right. We are so glad to have you.
I appreciate every one of you. Yes, and I also want to commend the Campus Fellowship of the Lost Chosen Campus Fellowship Mali chapter for their efforts so far to gain knowledge in the aspect of financial literacy. Yes, to gain financial knowledge, to as well give others the opportunity to learn, because financial literacy is one of the things that we don't learn much in school. So without wasting your time or without taking much of your time, I want you to confirm that you can see my screen.
Yes, sir, we can.
I want to also, okay, that's fine. Okay, I would like to, if at some point you're unable to see my screen, then please notify me. So, can you see my
Yes,
screen
yes,
now?
you can see that.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, I actually prepared a slide, just a brief slide.
All right.
What we are actually going to do today is mainly just kind of introduction. Maybe there'll be subsequent editions we can go deeper. Yes, this knowledge you seek is a very good one, and it is very, very helpful. Financial literacy is important, very important to the young, to the youth. But when I mean young, I mean children in their tender age. They need to be taught about finance. Adolescents, youth, adults, all of us, we all need this knowledge. So it's something that is commendable. So now this is financial literacy 1.0, just like the theme captioned it. So I want us to proceed, because we've spent so much time,
Yeah, exactly.
trying to fix the technical errors and the rest. Now when it comes to financial literacy, there's something you need to be conscious of. Everybody who is into financial wise is conversant with the word investment. Everybody who is who's intelligent financially knows what is investment. before you can now begin to consider various options by which people use or utilize in investing their money. Now, I just picked will enable you understand investments. And the first thing you will always have at the back of your mind before investing your money is that every investor must understand that he must hedge against inflation. Like my first reason actually that the reason why you invest is to beat inflation. When I mean inflation, I am trying to say that inflation is, in a layman understanding, is a sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services. It's a sustained increase. I didn't define it here, but when you start seeing a sustained increase,
I think we lost him.
It's like we have a brief network challenge. I don't know, sir. Can you still hear us? Oh, let's have a little patience. We are fighting the network, and by the grace of God, we must prevail. We must prevail.
Definitely.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
my network. Sorry about that. I was talking about inflation. I said inflation is a sustained increase in the general level of price of goods and services. So, and the implication when the price of goods and services begins to rise in an unprecedented manner, it affects the purchasing power of the people. Your money begins to lack value, just as it is today in our country. So it's no longer means that the currency, Nigerian currency, is lacking value day by day because things keep rising. So investment, wise investment, is a safe haven for people who want to combat inflation. So like my slide reads, it says, inflation reduces the purchasing power of money over time. So if your money is just sitting in a savings account, it may not go fast enough to keep up with rising price. Investing helps you earn returns that can outpace inflation, ensuring your money maintains or increases its value. So this is the first reason why people begin to think of investing. So if you check carefully, you find out that saving money in the bank as we speak is a waste of time. So it's not something that you can recommend for someone to do in the past. It was an option. But now, no. Even contribution doesn't help. So now, secondly, why do you invest? You need to consider it as well people invest. Secondly, people invest to give wealth over time. Like my slide reads, investment, especially in stocks and bonds, have historically grown in value over a long term. By consistently investing, you can accumulate wealth and achieve financial goals like owning a home, owning a education, or retirement. And the reason why people invest is because they want to generate passive income. Yes. I don't know if you are aware that when you invest into some stocks, we'll come to that. We'll explain all of these terms. When we invest into some stocks, they pay dividend monthly. They pay dividend monthly for holding a particular stock. You receive dividend from the as we proceed, we'll explain.
To reshare your
So like
screen.
it generates passive income from investment like stocks, pay.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you. We are trying to tell you to reshare your screen.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Reshare your screen so that we will be seeing what you're teaching us.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Can screen now?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Not yet. Hello, sir. Are you still there? Hello? I think this network is trying to prove our patience. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. We can see. We can see it. We can see it, sir. All right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine.
Proceed.
Can we now go ahead? Okay. Okay, fine.
You were talking about dividend. You were talking about dividend. Yes.
Okay, can you see my screen now? Okay, fine. Good. Let's proceed and I'll be faster then. So I said it generates passive income. Stocks pay dividends or bonds. They offer interests, provide a regular stream of income without you actively working for it. That is what they call passive income. You're not actively working, your money is working for you. And the fourth thing I want to also add is that investment opens you up to a concept of compound interest. Because one of the reasons why we are having a class like this or an interaction like this is to enable us to think long term. You know, if you have a long term approach to investment, you tend to gain more than someone who wants quick money. Yes, and when we talk of long term, talking of you putting in your money into a stock or a bond, and over time you are using that financial instrument as you give it more, giving it more money, and hoping maybe to use the interest after 10 years or 15 years, depending. Now, those of you who are still in school, you should take advantage of this concept of compound interest. Now, when we are talking about compound interest, there's an example I have here. So compound interest is the process where the money you earn from investments also earn returns For example, if you invested 100,000 naira into MTN, that is, you bought MTN stocks, not because stocks and shares they are the same thing. Bought shares from MTN at with your 100,000 naira, and there is
Oh. Hello, sir. Are you still there? Please, our viewers, you people should have patience with us. We are fighting something that we cannot hold. We are fighting the network, and we cannot lay hold of it. Praise the Lord. It is the Lord that is fighting for us. So you must have patience, and remember you are here to learn something. So as we wait for our guest speaker to reconnect, I believe you must have learned something.
sorry, network is challenged. I
All
don't know what
right.
is happening.
Welcome back, sir. Welcome back, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And don't forget to reshare your screen. Okay, we can see it now.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. All right. Sorry. Let me.
All right.
Okay. So, if for instance you invested 100,000 naira in MTN, and there is this 10% interest you will be making after 12 months. That 10% of 100,000 is 10,000 naira. At the end of 12 months, you will have an additional 10,000 naira. This is an instant. You are making and giving an instant here. So, because you have a long-term mindset, you will not use this interest that you received after 12 months. So what do? You reinvest everything back into the company. In the second year, your principal money, which is 1,000 naira, will give you interest, and the interest received in the previous year will also give you interest. That is the whole behind funding. So in the second year, you are not just earn the interest original, you also earn interest from your interest. When you earn another interest in the coming year, you allow it and keep increasing. That is the principle behind compounding. You are earning from your capital, you are earning the interest you receive from the company, accumulated interest you will keep receiving. So this is how the principle of compound. Every wise investor understands this. Warren Buffett and the rest, they understand this principle. So in investment, actually, it doesn't take so much money to make a lot of money. It takes patience and it takes discipline. Patience, discipline, and you making proper research. That is just the basic things that are expected of you as an investor. Many other things that we can still explore in the process of. Now, I said I will explain some terminologies: active and passive income. Active income is money you earn from working, actively working, like salary, wages, freelancing. As a believer, you're supposed to pay tithes. I believe that's the right thing for you to do. You're supposed to give offering. You're supposed to sow seed. Then after that, you start looking at your personal needs. But I'll tell you that when you pay your tithes, sow seed, give offering, take out the portion of your money, keep aside for investment before you now begin to consume the rest. Don't start consumption before remembering that, okay, anything that left, I will now invest. Treat your investor faithful in tithe. I want to encourage you, once you find your way around this whole process I'm about to reveal here, those of you who have no knowledge about this, And once you find your way, all you have to do is any income you receive, you allot a portion of your salary, your wage, your income, you allot a portion of it, and then you put it somewhere as investment. Once you do this over time, your financial intelligence will begin to reflect in your financial life. Yes, it's definitely going to reflect. You will not know our financial in and outs, how to go into investment and come out, but yet you cannot do anything when it comes to money. So you don't want to be like that kind of person. So please, you need to be very disciplined. Now, passive income is money gained from investments, and you can call it interest, you can call it dividends, you can call it rental income. So while you work, investments help you to transition from relying solely on active income. So you now have various incomes. Yes. There's another thing I want to explain here, which is financial securities. Financial security instruments that represent ownership, stocks, the creditor relationship bonds, or rights to ownership, bought and sold in the financial market. This means is stocks, bonds, treasury bills, all of these are known as financial securities. So anytime you hear financial securities, all it means they are talking about either stocks, talking about bonds, treasury bills, and the debentures and the rest. Yes. And I will take my time to explain, because will I say we are going to do more of definition of terms just to familiarize ourselves with most of what is obtainable in the financial world. Yes, so let's proceed. Now, what is stocks? The section 1, we're trying to handle stocks. What are stocks? Stocks are shares in a company. When you buy a stock, it simply means you own a small part of that company. And yes, and that is why the greatest shareholder of the company is the one who owns that company more. Yes. What would the most companies that have gone public, who have sold, most companies that have sold their shares to the public, and many of these companies, the owner, the original, the main owner, let me put that word, the person that owns the company more, is the person that has more of the company shares, not the person that started it. Yes, and if you start a company and it grows and became a very big company, and you have shares listed in public markets, and you don't have much of it, or you're not the one who is in possession of the larger chunk of the shares, ownership will be given that to that person who has more of it. So that's what it means. So you buying, for instance, shares from Zenith Bank, you're buying shares from UBA Bank. What it means is that you want to be part of those who own these banks. And when you are part of those who own banks, companies, what it means is that whatever profits they make, you also receive the profit. So what you receive as income for holding that stock is called dividend. So that dividend, like I said, capital gain, selling the stock at a higher price than you bought it. When you buy stock, people buy, they sell. You can buy stocks and sell it. You can buy stocks at a lower price, and it gets higher, you can sell. It is easy to buy, it's easy to sell. The market has opening time, it has closing time. It is easy to buy, it is And dividends is the regular payment made by the company to its shareholders from profits. So when the company makes, they share these profits to their shareholders. And the amount of dividend you receive is going to be related to the amount of stocks you are holding. Yes. So various exchange marketplace where these things are being traded. All of this I will try to unveil to proceed.
Oh,
So there are types of stocks. There are common stocks. They provide you with voting rights, and they may pay dividend. They may pay dividend. There are some stocks where if you hold them, become part of the decision making personnel of that organization. Then in this other preferred stocks, you don't require you to make decisions for them. What they are concerned about is pay you your own dividend. What you have in relation to what you are holding, they'll pay you. So that's that. Then
yes,
can you hear me?
yes, yes, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me?
We want to ask.
Okay.
Yes,
You want to say something?
we have truly learned a lot from. We have
Okay,
truly
fine. Go.
learned a lot from all you've been saying so far. You've talked about passive income, compound investment, active income. No, you said compound investment is investing back your initial
Oh,
interest.
I can't hear you clearly. What are you saying?
Okay, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you
Okay,
now.
I said thank you very much for how far you've gone so far. At least I believe we have learned a lot about passive income, which is all about your money working for you. You are not working, and long-term investment and compound investment, which is your interest, investing your interest for you to yield another interest, if I'm not mistaken. And I would like to ask a small question from what you have learned so far, sir. Should I go on?
You said you want to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would have preferred if the question come at the end.
Okay, at the end. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes. So I think it will be easier. Just compile your questions. Just compile them. We can interact at the end.
Okay, sir.
I
Okay.
don't know if it's okay by you.
Okay. No problem, sir.
All right. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Now let's proceed. Why people invest in stocks? Very important. Stocks, investing in stocks has the potential for high returns. High returns. Secondly, it is easy to buy and sell. There's high liquidity. When they're saying when you hear it's high liquidity means there is high flow of cash. Or yes, people are buying large amount, people are selling in also large quantity. And investing in stocks helps to diversify your investment portfolio. It's difficult for you to find investors like before the era of Bitcoin and Web3. Before that era, when you see people who are investors, if it is not in real estate, they definitely must have something in stocks. They invest into companies. So if you have real estate, that's good. Most of the time, if you have a land to sell, it's not easy to get buyers. So if you have stocks to sell, it's always easier to sell a stock than to sell your land. Many times, it's not always easy. Yes, though we are not talking about that today. Crypto is more easier to sell, but all of these things are financial securities. Now, how do you buy stocks in Nigeria? If you come to the stock exchange market, you'll find out that there's a Nigerian market, the foreign market. So it is still fine that you find a way to get used to trading on the Nigerian market, yes, or on the platforms that allow you to buy shares from Nigerian companies. It's still fine if you to begin to look into companies because it's doing so well in Nigeria. And now you can use stockbroking platforms because you need a stockbroker and you need to use stock